Yeah.
Hi. I was thinking, why do calculators come up with the error or indeterminate bullshit when you divide by zero? Short answer for when you divide by zero, the answer is whatever the whole number is, or integer, or whatever the fuck. Hell, you could divide a banana by zero and the answer would still be a banana. It would also be zero, because when you divide, you have the number on top of the bracket, which is part of the answer, and then you have the remainder off the other side of the bracket, which is part of the answer, which is why when you divide, you get a number point something, usually the remainder, which is an integer, also called a decimal. Okay, fuck the word integer, it's a decimal. So, when you divide anything by zero, the answer is whatever that anything was. No, wait. You're giving it out 0 times. So the answer... Okay, it's interchangeable. The answer is either 0, because you gave it out 0 times, and the remainder is the whole of whatever you were dividing by 0, or the remainder is 0, but the answer is the whole fucking thing. You know, yesterday this all seemed so clear when I explained it to someone else. But quite simply, you have a two-part answer. The first part, interchangeable with the second part, being either 0 or whatever you're dividing by 0. If you think of it logically, if you have a cake and you give it out to 0 people, you still have a fucking cake. Do you not? You also have 0 people who have a cake, or part of a cake. So the answer is cake and 0, or 0 and cake. And that's why the people who programmed the first calculators and the subsequent calculator apps for phones, computers, laptops, game consoles, if they have them. Was that about covered? Oh yeah, smartwatches, smart TVs, etc., ad infinitum. Non-convergently, of course. But after all that bullshit explanation, when you divide anything by 0, even if it's 0, the answer is 0 over 0. Because you end up with what you started with, and what you're dividing it by. So it's whatever and 0. So it's going to be insert x with remainder 0, or insert 0 with remainder x. Now, as far as getting it logically set up straight, I don't give a fuck how the mathematicians decide amongst their colleagues to say if it's whatever x is first, followed by 0, or 0 first, followed by whatever x is. I don't fucking care. Just make up your goddamn minds and make sure it's unanimous. Elseways, we're gonna have this much swappy doodle bullshit argument for all of eternity because of logic and psychology, not because of math. To me, the order in which you place them in doesn't fucking matter. I don't care. X over 0 or 0 over x. I don't give a fuck. Do whatever you want. But that's the long and short of it. Altogether, when you divide by 0. There. There's a nice glimpse into my own psychology and knowledge base. Or technically, at this point, my application of logic and reasoning with basic mathematics would be considered not intelligence. Intelligence, ability to acquire knowledge. Creative thought process. One of the lower levels of wisdom, basically. Not actual wisdom, but whatever. There you go.